Howdy everybody, this is Bake with IronThroneCraft.com. Today is part 2 of Blood Moon. So it's going to be more rallies. This time you'll see me leading some rallies and hitting some folks. And so basically these rallies are going to be pretty similar to the ones that I showed you from yesterday. Which is we pick one troop type, we hit that one troop type extremely hard. That's what we're going for. We want to get the defense and the HP of one troop type as low as we can. Now, aspirant gear, the head, the chest specifically, and also Willful and Ferocious, have massive debuffs for 2 types of troops. That means that we can pick 2 types of troops, or, specifically one type of troop, and get the debuff on it a lot higher than we used to be able to. So, this is Smuggler, aka Moss. He is a really good trap. As you can see, he's got premeat, barely got him burned there because of the premeat. And so this is what we've been trying to stumble through. You also saw a couple of huge defeats. That was a rally attack that I hit him with that barely got his premeat because he's got such high stats. And his premeat, what that is, as we've talked about yesterday and before in the past, he is archers. That's his actual trap type, is archers. But what he does is he sticks some other troop types in lower tiers in front. So that's why we only killed 12 million there. Now, you see Solo's hitting him just non-stop, and he's capping all of them, or most of them coming close to it. He's probably burning to some of them. But what I'm doing now is I'm setting my Cav gear, which is Radiant there, and then you see that I've got Ferocious head and chest, and Willful head and chest, along with Crimson Agility gear. So that's my Cav gear. So I'm going to set this rally, and I got a little plan for how to try to get through his premeat there. So you see I set the rally, and then I'm going to go tell people what to fill. And what I say is I want mixed troops, but I want Cav gear. So the reason I'm saying that is because I think that I'm going to have enough stats in order for those mixed troops to burn through the premeat without losing too much of my Cav damage. So I filled all Cav. Now the fillers are filling, like I said, and they're filling with mixed troops. And this is what we started trying to do to get through premeat. You're obviously not hitting as hard as you would if you're just sending one troop type and you're only hitting that one troop type that you're going to hit really hard. You're not going to hit as hard, but it did make for more successful rallies against really good traps here, as you'll see in just a second. So you see all the fillers there. They're all sending all 3 types of troops, and they're sending Cav gear. And so my Cav are going to be juiced, and they're going to hit really hard, but I should have enough off-type troops to take out that premeat and to hopefully do more damage, get into those archers, the tier 4 archers, which is what we want to do. So we look at this one now. You saw the first rally, that's when I hit with all archers and I only killed 7 million or 12 million, something like that. This time killed 40 million. So it went a lot better because managed to get through the premeat. So see that, got all the way up to the tier 4, killed 26 million of the archers. So that was something we started doing to get through the premeat. So here's Choi from yesterday. And you see what I'm saying now, Rad Crim Archer. We know that Choi is infantry. We hit him in the forest yesterday. Did hit him very hard, but I'm hoping to get more debuff if we can get the defense zeroed on his infantry troops. We know he's got 6.5 billion of them, tier 6 infantry. And we know he's got decent infantry gear. But if we can get the defense zeroed, that's what's important here. That's what we need to do, is we need to get his defense zeroed, because when there's that many troops, if there's any defense left whatsoever, it's going to be a massive wall of damage that it blocks. So that's what we're going for right here, is I've added debuffs, and I'm going to go in and we're going to hit him again. And hopefully he's offline, not boosted, stuff like that, and we'll be able to get some good hits in on him. So it's in the rally after it's full, and like I said, all I did was I just stacked massive infantry debuff as high as I could in order to try to get that defense zeroed. And when there's that many troops, it's actually more important to zero defense than it is to zero HP. And we didn't get it zeroed, but we got it down to 287%, which is better than we did yesterday. And so as you can see, that's why we got 36 million kills on that. So obviously we killed 36 million tier 6. We're going to come back for it. We're going to keep on trying. So, but what I am doing is now I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to get my debuff even higher, because I want to make sure that I'm getting as much of the defense taken off as I can. So I check my gear. I see that there's nothing I can do to squeeze out more defense. So I'm going to set it again, and I'm just actually going to hope for better fills. Not that the fills weren't good, but hope for more debuffs out of the fills. Also checking my aura, making sure that that's equipped, everything else like that. Those dark power auras are incredibly important when you're attacking, on a side note. If you're not popping dark power auras, those things are so good. It is by far the best aura to pop when you're attacking, is the Dark Power aura. It reduces their base HP. So here you see me going into AC saying that we need to squeeze a bit more debuff. So we're hoping for more debuff from the fillers, because without more debuff, we're not going to be able to hit him incredibly hard. If we get that defense down with 6.5 billion troops on his bottom tier there, that defense is blocking a massive amount of damage. So if we get the defense zeroed, it will crush and do a whole lot of damage. But as you're about to find out, it turns out that he is actually online. So my Flaming Knight runs into a wood chipper. And sorry, everybody, that's that. He's online, he's got 6.5 billion troops on his bottom tier, and he's got good gear. So basically, as soon as he pops any boosts or pops any pre-meat, see how he got 0 kills there? What that 0 kills tells me is that I did not get his stats debuffed enough. So it tells me he either popped boosts, or it tells me he pre-meated. I'm assuming he pre-meated and popped boosts, but I don't know. I don't know which one. That's why I got 0 kills right there. So moving on. This is not Melika. Disclaimer, this is not Melika. This is a fake Melika. You can tell because she's really nice to me in Kingdom Chat. Melika is not really nice to me in Kingdom Chat usually. She calls me a dummy. So, set a rally on Melika. Ask for it, actually. And what I'm going to do here is, I know that they've got T3. I think this is KK. Know that he's got T3 in front of Tier 4. He's got T3 pre-meat. So you saw how that hero had bunnies on it. Maya's got bunnies. That's why I'm going to put her to... I don't know if it was Maya. Anyways, I put bunnies on. Mr. Lappin does a massive amount of damage to Tier 3 troops. So that's why I'm doing this. And I'm going to send this solo to land before my rally does. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to clear out that T3 as much as I can. Lappin does so much damage to T3... That little bunny rabbit does so much damage to T3 that I can solo in front of a rally. So you see I launch the rally, and then I launch my solo. I speed the solo in, and then I immediately speed the rally. Because I don't want him to be able to heal those troops in between. So the solo lands, burns him. The rally lands, and burn him really damn hard. So you had 226 million and 20 million. The solo only killed 20 million, but it did its job. It got through the T3, which is what I wanted to happen. Because the rally was all archer troops. And so I wanted to make sure that I cleared out the T3 Cav and archers using that solo attack, and siege, using that solo attack so that pre-meat would not eat my leverage. So see, I didn't get all the stats zeroed, but Lappin just does so much attack damage to T3 that I scroll down, and I actually didn't get through all of the T3. He had about 900k Cav left and some archers as well. If I would have gotten through all the T3, this would have been a massive hit. It was pretty good anyways, like killed 220 million. Not complaining about that. But see how almost all of them were infantry kills? And if I had gotten through that T3 all the way, it would have been awesome. So this is a rally on Boone. I had previously just rallied Boone and burned him, and he adjusted. And so as I'm assuming he adjusted. So as you can see here, I'm going to go in and I'm going to say something in KC along the lines of, you better not switch to Cav. Because I'm hitting with archers. This is another, like Boone's a really, really, really big player. So we're going with the strategy that we've talked about several times, which is pick one troop type, kill that one troop type. So, we pick infantry. I'm going to try to fully zero his infantry stats. And that's what we're going for here. And surprise, surprise, he's going to cap me. So just spoiler alert, he caps me. The reason he caps me is because anytime you're rallying somebody that's online and asking for a second rally, it's probably not a great plan. Because usually it means that they've adjusted for you. So, anyways, sorry fillers, that's what happens here. We did get him burned the first time. It wasn't a really hard burn, but he, is 1.3 trillion or whatever. So it works. He caps me. I'm going to go in, chop my own hero, and get that out of the way. But now I'm going to get KandyKrushed. And so KandyKrushed, you'll see in just a second, sitting right next to Boone. See how I killed 4.9 million troops right there? When I go and I look at that report and I see that I only killed 4.9 million troops, it means, number one, I didn't get through his pre-meat. That's what I'm guessing happened right there. I'm not sure what he actually did, but I'm guessing he just stuck a little bit of Cav in front. So I've got the rally set. You see my cool little siege emoji that I've selected for the rallies now. And this is going to be on KandyKrushed. Now, in the past, KandyKrushed has been incredibly, incredibly stout and always been infantry troops. So that's why I am filling like this right here, is I've got a mixed march in there. The reason I've got a mixed march in there and with all these archers is because I assume that she's going to have pre-meat. That's why I've got the mixed march in there, and I'm going to hope that that pre-meat will kill the pre-meat there. But in the past, KandyKrushed has always been incredibly, incredibly stout with really, really good infantry gear. Turns out she still is. She caps me. So I assume, and here's where you go wrong. You know what happens when you assume? You make an ass out of you and me. Mainly me. I make an ass out of myself here because I call back, I speed home, and I immediately set a second rally. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to ask for mixed troops. The reason I'm asking for mixed troops is I think that maybe she's gone Archer, maybe she's gone Cav, maybe she's got a whole bunch of pre-meat, something like that. And so that's why you see me saying, fill me rad, match, mixed. I'm going to go in, I'm going to put on a different set of hero gear as soon as I'm about to set the rally. You see everybody talking crap to me in KC. Go in here, select this, and I'm going to send Raj gear this time. So preset number 2, which is Radiant Raj. And as we've said before, Raj is Radiant head and chest, along with Majestic weapons and accessories. Maximum debuff set for all 3 troop types. So here's where I go wrong, because I don't continue my strategy of pick one type and kill it. I switch to Raj because I second guess myself, and I think that KandyKrushed is now no longer infantry, even though as long as I've known KandyKrushed, or as long as I've, tried to burn KandyKrushed, she's always been infantry. So, it is what it is. In KC, Boone is telling me over and over again, make sure you're recording this. And so, yeah, don't worry, Boone. I was recording. Here it is. And get the rally filled up, send the rally with Raj. Everybody sends mixed troops. She caps me again. I'm speeding through it. I'm unhappy. There's the unhappy emoji, as you can see right there. So, what happens now after this is I pop Scout Magic, and I repeatedly scout KandyKrushed over and over and over again until it goes off. I think it took 4 charges of the Scout Magic in order to actually get the dang Scout. But what I saw is that I was right. She is full infantry. She just has incredibly, incredibly good gear, and she has a whole lot of infantry troops, which is what I'm going to show you right now. So I reset the rally this time. I send archers again, and I go to AC, and I say maximum infantry debuff. So, other times we were sending Rad Crim, other things like that. What I want this time is I want maximum infantry debuff. That's what I tell all the fillers to send. That's why they're sending archers, and I don't think I'm actually going to look at the unity buff. Sorry, I didn't check it out. But, as you'll see, the fillers now swap around, probably using aspirant heads and chests, willful heads and chests, Crim gear on the other pieces, and we have maximum infantry debuff. And look how different this goes. This time we kill 125 million. So, it turns out that it wasn't that she had pre-meat anything crazy like that. I just needed to hit harder. So that was what the problem was. So, go out there, pick one troop type, kill it. If you're trapping, use pre-meat. It makes my job as a rally leader a lot harder. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it.